Hello and welcome to Film Peaks, where we investigate where film peaks or valleys. As usual, I'll keep this spoiler free, but I will include a riff section at the end where I show my score and give some thoughts. I do it this way because some people might view my score as a spoiler, as it is a review of the score throughout the film. I've been going through some of my most favorite and quotable comedy movies lately, and after watching Hokum recently, I really wanted to go back and watch one of Adam Scott's best roles and see if it holds up. I recently reviewed Super Troopers, and that holds up. I also recently reviewed Kung Pao, which definitely holds up. The one for today is also well before the recent trends on adult websites.
Step brother.
You're not stuck, just move forward.
Sarah, stop.
So let's check out today's topic. Step Brothers. It's written and directed by Adam McKay, with some writing credits to Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as well. This guy was an absolute legend in the 2000s. He brought us stuff such as Anchorman, Ricky Bobby, The Other Guys, Don't Look Up, and of course today's topic, Step Brothers. Now, there are plenty of other good examples in this time period. You know, we got the Judd Apatow movies, we got Super Troopers, Super Bad, the Scary movies. There's a whole plethora of good comedy around this time. But the Adam McKay movies are up there in the pinnacle of the 2000s comedy movies. You get some laughs, you get some good times, and you got a loose premise. We don't get comedies like this much anymore these days, and damn do I miss them. And let's be real, this is the only reason the Catalina wine mixer is what it is today.
This is a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
I don't know what strings got pulled here, but the cast for this movie is insane. These were two of the best roles for Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly that you could ever put together. These guys need no introduction. You know who they are. You've definitely seen probably multiple things with both of them. I know they were both in Anchorman, but it wasn't until Talladega Nights that they really got their duo put together. And it was here in Step Brothers that they really perfected that chemistry that they have together to form the perfect partnership. It's just such a damn shame that the Holmes and Watson movie was so bad that they haven't worked together since. However, that partly is due to the shifting climate in comedy, but with some of the more recent entries in the comedy list, I do have some hope that it's, kind of circling back to what it once was. Like, I am hopeful that the new Scary movie coming out soon is going to be great. But anyway, Adam Scott and his role as Derek is one of his most memorable roles for me, aside from Parks and Rec.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
Him being a dick isn't too unlike his role in Hokum, too. But I can't really name many other roles that he's had where he isn't like the quirky, funny type of guy. It's also one of Kathryn Hahn's best roles. I think the first scene that we're introduced to her is the one in the car where they're singing Sweet Child of Mine. And ever since this movie, anytime I hear this song, that is the first thing that I think of.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories.
But she is genuinely funny, and if she's in a role in something, you can trust that she's gonna be hilarious. The Studio is actually a great show. If you haven't seen that, check that out. She's in it. It's a good time as well. Mary Steenburgen as Nancy Huff is another iconic role here. And she's been in the game for a long ass time. So for this to be one of her best roles is saying a lot. How many other pure comedy roles did she have before Step Brothers? Now, I know this is a result of her persisting relationship with Will Ferrell after the movie Elf, but my point stands here. Richard Jenkins is Robert Dobeck, another Grand Slam casting choice. This guy has such a wide range of acting, it's just insane. Going from some of the most serious and intense movies that you can imagine, such as like Bone Tomahawk, to this is just, I can't understand it. Now, I could name like a dozen other really big roles that he's had, but if you've seen Bone Tomahawk, you know what I'm talking about. It sticks with you. Any one of these actors, you know, if they're in this movie, you're in good hands. From the get-go, the introduction scene is just pure 2000s with the music choice and the montage. It tells us everything we need to know about the movie right away. It's two 40-year-old guys living at home, and then Nancy and Robert meet each other and fall in love, and the main characters become stepbrothers. That's literally most of the premise right there. This is the type of movie that was made just for pure entertainment and some laughs. That's it. Now, Derek does convince Robert to sell his house so that he and Nancy can sail the world together and he can retire and all that, which forces Derek and Brennan to get jobs. They fail every single job interview thrown their way, and there are some great cameos included in that. But they do have the enthusiasm to start a business together, Prestige Worldwide. Long story short, they are forced to learn what it is to be adults. The technology of the film is definitely some major nostalgia as well, from the music choices to the technology that they use. Like there's a scene where Adam Scott is taking a picture of Derek and Brennan while they're crying, and the phone that he uses is like one of the old Nokia brick phone looking things. I don't even know what it is.
Oh, this is ugly. Hey, guys.
This is not right!
All right, dipshits, right here.
Stop it!
1, 2, 3.
I don't want my picture taken right now!
There's even a nice baked-in lesson of don't forget your dinosaur, which is to say, don't forget to do what makes you happy. And the way that they explain the routine of adulthood and how miserable it can be, and like the topics of conversations that adults have, it hurts because it is true. But there are some nice character arcs all around. So yeah, you are here for some laughs and a good time, but you know, there's some good feelings here as well. What's also funny about these casting choices is John C. Reilly is like a trained singer with a beautiful voice, yet they make Will Ferrell be the singer in this movie while John C. Reilly just kind of plays the drums for the most part. And the outro song, it's one of the most 90s songs that you'll ever hear, whose legend has persisted into the 2000s and even still to this day. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones will live on forever. It just wraps up so nicely, but even included still is a mid-credits scene that is really just a nice cherry on top of everything. Surely you've seen the gif of John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell on the little tilt-a-whirl things, punching kids in the face as they go in circles. I think the only other time I've seen something like this done is like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. All right, listen, I could keep going on and talking about this for a while, but I think we do need to hit the riff section here. If this is your jumping off point, thank you for watching this far. Check out the app, iOS, Android, Film Peaks, look it up. We move on. All right, we've made it to the riff section. This is your last chance to avoid any sort of spoiler in case you haven't seen this movie in the past 20 or so years. Okay, so here's what I think about the movie. Obviously, I'm a little biased here. It is one of my favorite movies. Now, I don't really have much else to say for this, but what I'm going to do is toss out some of my favorite quotes for the movie.
Brennan has a mangina. Brennan has a mangina. Why are you so sweaty?
I was watching Cops.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Hi, my name is Jim. Want to suck my dick for money?
No!
I traveled 500 miles to give you my seed.
Lumberjack?
I feel like a lightning bolt hit the tip of my penis.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What is your favorite Step Brothers quote? What is your favorite quotable comedy movie? What is your favorite quote? Let me know on the comments below or on the Film Peaks app. It's free on iOS and on Android and released to most of the world at this point. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at the top.